Ranked score. It is safe to say that the score ranking is, with the performance ranking, the most famous leaderboard in OSU. Players at the top of this score classification are often players with hundreds of thousands of plays, with a score on thousands of maps. Since players started to reach the 100 billion barrier years ago, the only milestones possible back then were each 100 billion score, but it is doubtful that people would have thought that one day, what is probably the biggest score milestone right now, would be broken. I am of course talking about the 1 trillion barrier. As you may already know, score ranking was the main leaderboard in OSU back in the day. In April 2012, Kenji was the first player to reach 50 billion ranked score. It took almost 18 months to double that achievement. By the end of September 2013, DBZ Guru 32 reached 100 billion score. This player managed to stay first for a very long time in the score leaderboard, as he got first from August 2012 to March 2015. It must be said that DBZ Guru 32 wasn't playing as much as before once he achieved 100 billion score, so other people slowly started to gain more score. However, the 200 billion score was only broken much later. Although Guru took back his first place in November 2015, players by the name of Nadger, Abstract, Sack, and Rampage88 sniped him. The latter will be the first one to reach 200 billion ranked score, achievement done on the 7th of October 2016, more than 3 years after the 100 billion barrier is broken. If you play CTB, you probably know Rampage88. This player will have the most dominant reign in OSU score ranking history. Indeed, from the 10th of March 2016 to the 13th of May 2021, the first username shown on the score leaderboard is Rampages. He successively broke the 300, 400, and 500 billion ranked score barrier. This latter milestone was achieved in November 2020, 8 years after Kenji reached 50 billion. 2 players will now fight in this new era. Since Rampage quit the game, it was time for Abstract and Siu to shine. Although Abstract was the one to kick Rampage out of the first place, Siu quickly obtained it. But I will tell you more about this story in the following chapter. In February 2013, Siu created his account, but couldn't play very well in Standard, so he decided to stop playing the game after a few months. 1 year later, a Japanese player by the name of Sekirei met Siu through another game and brought him back to OSU, but this time in CTB. Siu then began to actively play the game, with the main goal of climbing the rankings and gaining PP. One of his goals back then was to reach 2 digits. In November 2017, he managed to reach the rank 125, but gave up shortly after. This rank remains to this day the highest he has achieved through his journey. It must be said that Siu gradually lost interest in the game and wasn't playing a lot in 2018 and in the first half of 2019. Apart from farming, he was previously playing a lot of maps he liked, and was thus able to reach a pretty high placement in the score ranking without really being actively involved in score farming. This is why in August 2019, Siu had a completely new goal in mind, reaching the first place in the score leaderboard. In October 2019, he reached 200 billion ranked score, and he managed to gain 100 billion ranked score every 6 months. With that consistency, he managed to snipe Abstract, reaching the first spot on the score ranking on the 29th of May 2021. Now that he was done with this achievement, it would be normal to think that he will start to play less. Siu wasn't convinced by that idea, and kept playing whenever he wanted to get score. By the end of the year, Abstract got his first place back, but as he noticed his addiction to the game was too strong, he decided to take a break. With this event, Siu didn't have much trouble to take the first position once again. Since March 2022, he has never been dethroned, and was thus the first player to reach the 700, 800, and 900 billion ranked score milestones. With all these feats done, only one milestone remained, probably the biggest one ever in the score farm history. 1 trillion ranked score. On the 15th of December 2023, Siu started a stream. This time, he knew he wasn't going to stop until he reached that milestone. After almost 3 hours of streaming, on the 16th of December at 2 AM and 17 minutes past, he finished a play on a marathon map, getting 185 million score and reaching 1 trillion ranked score with that play.
Oh, thank you, arigato. Konbanwa.
The craziest thing is that Siu isn't likely stopping there at all. Even though he has a lead of a 100 billion ranked score over Abstract, achieving 1 trillion score is only one of his multiple goals, so he'll probably keep playing this game and thus getting more score. Score leaderboard hasn't changed that much in the past few years, but the fact that Sue managed to gain 800 billion score in 4 years proves that nothing is impossible as long as you have the motivation. New players have made their apparition in the ranking, and it is probably certain that other players will eventually reach the insane milestone of 1 trillion ranked score.
こんばんは。
ニャンパスパス
ニャンパス
ニャンパス嘘だ
今日だ。ニャンパス